Katie on Scrap for Your Life YouTube. I'm bringing you a die cut swap that I want to share with you, and it was hosted by Tiffany McGill. Her YouTube channel is Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill, and for the swap we were to cut at least 15 die cuts and no more than 4 of each type. And she said that we could use any type of paper that we wanted, as long as it was some good paper. And she also said that we could use our dies or our cutting machines to make the dies. And my swap partners are LaSonya Burger, Marcia Magnan, and Shanta Newby. And I also did one for Tiffany, and I'll link everyone's channels if they have one in the description bar below. So let me show you what I made. I made this tote bag to put all the dies in, and I cut out, I actually had this file, I enlarged it a little bit. I made it off of a cutting file from the Dreaming Tree site. They have SVG cut files, and I have a Sizzix Eclipse 2 cutting machine, and it uses the Sure Cuts a Lot program software, and so that's how I made this and cut this out. And then I just added these little punch out flowers using, let me see, did I bring the punch? Hold on one second, let me get that. I have this retro punch from EK Success, and I punched those little flowers and put them on there and added a pearl middle, and then I added a little tassel, one of the Dollar Tree tassels, and then I just punched out the name tag and put the initial of each one, and this one's for Tiffany. It has her initial. Okay, and then the back is just plain. And for each, I have an envelope here. We were supposed to label or write a list telling what dies we used and or cutting files that we used, and so I put all of those in this envelope, and I just made the envelope and put a little flower on the back. Let me take those out. So I'm going to go through each one of them. And then on each one of these little cards that tell what the dies are, there's a number on the back, and they coincide with the numbers inside of on the back of each one of these. I put a number, so it'll tell which die is what. So I'll start with number 1. This one right here. This one is an envelope and postcard and postage stamp, and it was cut on my Cricut using the Sentimentals cartridge. And I've got one right here. And the paper collection is Prima from Tales of You and Me. And then we're supposed to make handmade goodie. So this is just one of the handmade goodies. I just made the envelope. It's how you can make the envelope inside of here. But I just made it, and you can use this as an embellishment on something. I just attached it with some washi tape. And what I did with this envelope is I took my marker, a Recollections marker, and I just went around with the pink, and before I sealed it, and that way the edges would show. And then it comes with this little crown that you glue on. It'll be separate. I've included the crowns in the little baggie in here. And then there's a postage stamp in there and a little card. Oops, the one came off. And then there's also on the back, here's the postage stamp, and these little, you know, while they stamp the postage, I just did some of those in a light pink to match, and those are in a little baggie also. And I ran it through my, the easiest way to do those, because glue is messy, is to take your Xyron and run it through the little Xyron. Let me get that. Let me show you that. This little Xyron sticker maker, and I just put them down in there, all 3 of them, and then pull it out the bottom slowly. And then before undoing the sticker off of it, rub the edges and then peel the thing off, and it will keep it from being so sticky on the edges. Okay, and then I just attached this little flower that I made. Well, I didn't make the flower, but I kind of layered the flower. Yeah, I kind of did that. It was an already made flower. I think it was a basil flower. I'm not sure. And then I just glued it on there. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, this was a gate, and I don't know if I have a sample. Well, you can see it in the package. And I did it in, I made 3 of these in a blue and a cream color and a pink. And that one was a metal die. This metal die right here, and I got that from AliExpress. Now I went on for the link of that one, and it says they no longer sell this, but maybe another seller sells it. I didn't look it up, but if you wanted to find it, just search in their search bar or search on eBay also. And it's generic. There was no brand name. And then the little fleur-de-lis, I did more than 4 of each. I did 6 of each, I think it was. But that was kind of like extra on top of the 15, so I count that as that. And I did them in the 3 colors, the same 3 colors as the gate. And that was from a Spellbinder's Shapeabilities die. And let me see, that was this little die right here. And that one, I got that in a set from Tuesday Morning. And the next thing is a butterfly box. Now I got this from the Dreaming Tree SVG file from their site, and they have this on for a free, it's a free SVG file. In fact, they have like 20 free SVG files on their site. So you could go and download this. And I'm going to have a tutorial on how to put these boxes together for my swap partners and anybody else that does it. So you can check out my channel later for that. And I use my Sure Cuts a Lot software on my Sizzix Eclipse to cut this out. So, and it has like a little butterfly. And on that one, I used for this label, they have a different label, but I changed the label, and I used this label, and it's a Spellbinders Shapeabilities die, and it was also, the name of that whole die is the Fleur de Lis Doily Accents die, and that's the same one that the Fleur de Lis came on with that, and from Tuesday morning. And the butterflies, that separate, they come with the SVG file. Excuse me. And then the next one is a treat box from the same place, Dreaming Tree cut files, and that one was also the free. And this one has a bow on the top. You can't really tell right now, and I didn't have time to put the bow or the box together yet, but I will be doing a tutorial on that one also. And let's see, I use my Eclipse 2 cutting machine also. And the paper collection that I used, there's a window for, like, I also included the acetate that you can put in the window of the box, and the circle that goes around the window, that is K & Company Amy Butler specialty paper. And also there's a bow that you put on top of the box, and some flowers, and they're the same paper collection. And then the next one is the dress forms, and this is from Tim Holtz. It's an alterations die, the metal die, I forgot what you call them. And I included 4 of these, 2 in the green and 2 in the pink. And that paper collection for the green is Die Cuts with a View at Homestat paper pad, and the little buttons are Recollections Fabulous Girl paper pad, and also the spools were the same. There's a spool in there, and it's the same as the dress form. And then the pink spools, the button and the dress form, are from Craftsmith Blush Glam paper pad. And the next one is, I made a whole pop-up box. This is from Spellbinders Shapeabilities die, and let me see where that one. Oh, it's over here. This die, it comes with the box panels, so I included all 4 box panels, and it comes with this little panel that goes on the inside of the box, and you make 3 or 4 or even 2. You can use 2 if you want. And then these are, I haven't popped out those little papers that I used, but these are the edges, scalloped edges of the box. You can use them in different ways, and I do plan on doing a tutorial for this also, so check that out. And inside here, I actually cut the panels with some paper. A paper collection for that was Craftsmith Garden Party paper pad, and I did the butterflies, and there's flowers in here. Let's see, I included teal and peachy pink kind of flowers. Let's see. Okay, this is the top. I cut these on my let's see, what did I cut these on? The Cricut, using the Picturesque cartridge. And you cut the flower, and then you cut the top, and then you glue them on like that. And there's smaller ones. I don't know if I have the sides. Oh, here it is. and then the smaller one goes on here. And I don't have the peachy one with me right now, but you glue all those together, and then I included some green leaves in there in various sizes, and then I also included a couple of small sheets of green cardstock, so you can cut them like in strips to make the stems for the flowers. And then the butterflies, I don't have, let's see, they're like, oh, over here. They're like this one, but they have a backing on them too. This is just for the topper I'm going to put on the outside of the bag I ship them in. But I included a small one and a large one on here. And then I also used this small, I think it's a small doily. Oh no, it's this size. This size doily, and this was this is a die cut from eBay, and I don't know the seller. I didn't have the seller. I don't remember who it is actually, but it was on eBay. And let's see what else. Oh, the strip. This is gonna go around the bottom of the box, and I used this die. And this is from Spellbinder's Shapeabilities die Ironwork Accents. And that was also from Tuesday morning that I got that cartridge. I mean, die, sorry. And then, so the tutorial to put this together, I'm gonna try to get this up really soon for all those boxes. And then there's the mini tote bag. Now this is like this one, but it's the free file, but I made it smaller as a mini like little treat basket. And I only did one of these also, and I'll be doing a tutorial to put this together too. And then I just used the retro flower punch from EK Success to put the flowers in. Now it comes with a daisy flower, the whole SVG file. It comes with a border that goes around the sides, and the daisy flower. And I also included some pearls for the center of the flower on this. And I cut down a little small border. But if you resize it, you have to kind of make your own, the borders don't fit anymore, so it's kind of, there's a bottom part to it that I didn't include on this mini one, but it goes around, the bottom part would go like across here, under, and onto the back. But you can kind of, you know, size it if you can get it down to the size you want, if you want it bigger or smaller. Okay, the next one is this package here. I have some heart doilies, I think 2 different heart doilies, and that is, let me pull all these over here. This is the one showing right here, and then this one is underneath it. It's like just a little heart doily. And then I used the larger die from eBay, the doily die, and there's 3 of those in there in different colors. And then there's 4 different colors of fans, and that was an eBay die. And these little, they're little cuts, but they don't punch out. They're just supposed to be either see-through. If you hold it up to the light, you can see through it, or you can kind of lift them with your tool or something, and they'll be kind of like sticking up on there. And I don't know if I thought I had one over here, but it's not right here. So then the other one in this package is keys, and I have 3 different colors of keys. And that was, these came in a Spellbinder's Shapeabilities die called lace hearts, and there's 2 more pieces to this, but I didn't use those. But I got this die set off of staples.com. Staples has quite a few dies over there. Sometimes you can get them, they'll have stuff that other people don't have. I've noticed that. And then also in there is one cutout of this heart die, and I got that on eBay. And then the last package is, she was supposed to make a handmade goodie, and I made that other envelope. And these are paper roses. And this was a file on the Sure Cuts a Lot. It was a rose, and I kind of use different parts, and I might do a tutorial on this the way I do it, because I kind of I saw different YouTubers do it differently, but I mixed it up. I took some things from one and some things from another. So it takes, I think, 6 flowers to do it, and the one I had was I have 2 different ones, and one had a hole in the middle of the flower, and one actually they all had a hole in there, but on my program you can break them apart and take the hole out. So I made the bottom 2 layers without the hole, and then the rest of them had the hole. And I tried it the other way, and I didn't like doing it with the hole all the way through on the bottom, so I changed it. And so I just made 4 of those, and then I also included some bling in the back of this one. And if you want to use the flowers that I made have the hole in the middle of them, so if you want to use the bling, you can put it over the hole. There's large and small bling in here. And also, my thoughts on this is, if you didn't want to make the whole box, there's a lot of die cut flowers in here, so you can use them on other projects if you want. Okay, and now I'm gonna stop the video right here and come back, because I'm gonna package it all up, and then I'll show you that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I put the topper on the top of the bag, and this is what I used for the topper, and then I just cut the sides off to where it was. And this is the bag I'm using. It's just a Dollar Tree bag that I got a while back. And then what I'm gonna do, I made the tag already up. I was trying to fiddle with it because it was giving me a problem, but I made the bow, and I put the flower, glued the flower on. And for this, I'm just gonna stick it on, but I'm gonna wait till I do the top to stick it on. I put a sticky thing on the back already. And then what I'm gonna do is glue this butterfly right there. I have a little bit of sticky, but I want to get a little bit of glue. Let me get the top off of the glue. Okay. It's gonna be stuck in there. Just put a little bit to help the sticky. Okay. And then I have these little flowers, and I put the gems in the middle of them. And those I am just going to stick on either side of the topper. And now I'm going to stick my tag just on the front right there. and it looks like that. I'm using the Dry's Clear Glue so any of the white won't show when it's done drying. And then on the back, I just put a strip of tear tape on the back, and this has all my information and the swap information, and I'm just going to stick it down here on the back. And there it is, all packaged up, and I'll be mailing it out tomorrow to Tiffany. I have a few things to finish up, and then I'm going to put the tutorials up for the box swap. So thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.